Undoubtedly, Jon Jones is one of the greatest MMA fighters of all time. But to an old rival, the former UFC light heavyweight champion, who dominated the division for almost a decade, he can also be referred to as the dirtiest athlete in the history of the sport. This is the opinion of Quinton Jackson, who faced Bones in 2011 in the first title defense of his rival in the UFC, and was finished in the 4th round of the fight. In an interview with the Chris Van Vliet Clips YouTube channel, the veteran accused Jon Jones of using illegal or unethical devices to gain an advantage in fights. As an example, Rampage cited the eye pokes of the opponent and the knee stomps, also known as the oblique kick, two weapons that appeared frequently in the former Ultimate Champion's fights. Jon Jones is a great fighter. Even if you were in this room, I'd say that. But he's the dirtiest fighter in history. The guy is so smart. He does the dirtiest things. If you're doing well against him, he'll poke you in the eye. If you're advancing or doing something good or taking advantage, he'll kick your knee back, Rampage accused. Although it is not against MMA rules, the oblique kick, which was basically spread by Jon Jones himself in MMA, is the subject of much discussion about its use, with many important figures in the sport opposed to the release of the mentioned blow. Rampage Jackson fits into this group and suggests that it be banned. To begin with, I think the knee kick, they call it an oblique kick, he's kicking you right in the rotula of your knee. I think that should be banned. My knee is still messed up since that fight because of the hyperextension. He kicked my knee completely back. You can end people's careers with those blows. Jon Jones, he's good. He doesn't even need to do that. Think of all those spinning elbows he usually makes at the beginning. Where did they hit? You remember? On people's necks? That's illegal. Jon Jones is the dirtiest fighter, the veteran concluded. The criticisms made by Quinton Rampage Jackson are not new to Jon Jones. During his reign in the UFC light heavyweight division, Bones was accused of fighting with his fingers open and pointed at his opponents, which generated several accidental eye poke situations, which often gave him an advantage in certain combat situations. Despite this, Jon Jones is still seen by most of the MMA community as one of the greatest fighters of all time, and his legacy may still be expanded soon. On March 4th, the former light heavyweight champion will make his heavyweight division debut against Cyril Gane at UFC 285 in a challenge for the vacant category belt.